Good afternoon, everybody. I know I did not forewarn you that this was going to happen. This was definitely off the cuff. Yeah, it was. It's Molly doing what Molly does. She just shows up. And it's been a while since I've shown up. And so I thought this would be the day for sure. Hi, Jenny. See, Jenny and Paula. They were watching. They knew Molly's going to show up today. It's all good. They knew. They just knew. It's great. Well, hey, Jenny. How are you, dear? Good to see you. Thanks for joining me. I am I'm going to take a look-see here at some things. So, yeah. So, most of you know, we found a home in North Carolina. We are moving officially August 31st. I have to go down one more time and do the walkthrough between now and then. Hi, Patricia. So the packing up intensifies at this point. I kind of did things backwards. Like, I have to tell you, I so believed this would happen in the last 18 months that we've been preparing. My hair is a little weird, guys, okay? But it's okay, all right? It's all right. Thank you, Atala. Appreciate it. Hi, Janice. So first of all, if this is your first time watching in this group, let me know that it's your first time, okay? I'm the admin of the group. It's my group. I developed this group. You are my tribe. And if somebody kind of like stuck you in here, we just captured you. That's what happened. So, and I haven't been on here even in the last year as much as I would like to. Life has been busy. You know, picked up some side hustles. You know, you all know that I Uber, all that good stuff. Trying to make this dream happen. This goal happen. This thing of knowing what you want to do, especially when you've been through something really hard. Took care of my brother for 5 years, and you know, he died in February, and you know, just saying, I cannot stop here. I cannot just sit here and mourn this and not go on with life. I have to live. I have to get on with life. It's what he would want, and I know it's what God wants for me, and it's only what's best for Lee and I. So, so in story, I just kept doing what I was doing, and I have been working really hard the last 18 months or whatever. Yeah, you guys, you know what happens when you do this. You can see your hair and you get all weird, you know, and I'm like, oh my God, it's sticking up right. My hair sticks up everywhere. So anyway, so went after it, said that I wanted to be moved by October. And the goal, we have reached it sooner than anticipated, which is great because we're moving at the end of August. And I have to tell you, yes, I'm proud of me. With the struggles that our company has been having, and it sounds like to me after RepFest, they are definitely trying to get back on track. It took some actions by me to do more than I would have liked to have done. But you do what you have to do when it calls for it, and that's kind of how I've always lived my life, especially the last 25 years or so. So here we are, and we're getting ready to move. So everything is crazy behind me. If you could see it, like I still do have. I have a pinball machine that actually my brother Mike had bought me years and years ago in my first marriage. It's an Addams Family, and my other brother Mark has been keeping it for me for years. And he bought that down the other day. Hi, Jill. Thanks for joining us. So it's great. Like, I have that behind me, and we're taking it down. So if you guys come down to visit me, you can play pinball with me because I am the pinball master, okay? I just need to tell you that I'm the pinball master. So yeah, so if you're joining me here and you haven't watched one before, you are in for me. I am the queen squirreler. I squirrel, I go from thing to thing. Just try to keep up or go back and rewatch. As usual, I will try to put this on YouTube. Last time we tried that, had given you guys great information, and Facebook screwed it up, and I could not get it to transfer or download. So hi, Natalie. So sorry about that. Maybe I'll be inspired to do that again with the brochures again, but I don't know. But this is what happened with me today. Again, wasn't planning on doing this, but we're packing up and I'm going through stuff, in my desk, and there's so many things that I have used in my business and still use in my business every day. But with the move, I kind of feel like in some instances, I'm kind of starting my business over in North Carolina. I'm keeping a lot of my customers. A lot of my customers will still shop with me online. Some of them that are older will shop with me in person, and I will mail the stuff to them. So probably 90% of my people I will keep. But you know, I'm going somewhere new. I want to gain more customers, right? I have this great neighborhood that I'm going to be moving into with lots of houses. So I'm hoping to pick up some customers there. So there are some things that I'm going to have to do because those people don't know me. You know what I'm saying? They don't know me. So we're hoping to make some new customer relationships there, and maybe some new representative relationships. You never know, right? So as I was going through stuff trying to figure out, hold on, I gotta let my sister-in-law out here, and we are so crowded back behind me with boxes, it's crazy. Ann, you good? Can you get by?
Yeah, I've got it.
Yeah, good, okay. So in the end, hi Lori, how are you? So in the end, craziness, right? So I figure as I'm packing this stuff up, I think it would be a good idea to kind of share with you. Now, some of this stuff, you guys who have been following me for years, you're going to say, oh yeah, I remember, Molly does that, Molly does that. But you've got people that you've put in here. You have new representatives you put in here, leaders, and some of you have just found me on your own. The one thing I did is if you look up at the top under the heading, the description, I have put my YouTube channel up there, because if you don't like anything I have to say, well, you won't want to subscribe to my YouTube channel, of course. But if you do like what I say, you may want to go back. I have so many YouTube videos. Now, some of them you'll find are older and not relevant, because maybe some of the stuff we talked about, that's not how we do it in Avon anymore. But I always try to throw things in all my videos that will help you, no matter who you are, no matter where you're at in your business. Hi, Marie, how are you? Let's see, what was this? I missed one. Hold on, guys. Oh, wow. Hold on. Oh, thank you, Lori. I appreciate that. Hey, Crystal. So this is going to be all over the place, because as I was looking through my files to see what was I taking with me, what am I not taking with me, I was like, okay, wait, this is still usable. Oh, I can still do this. Hi, Diane. So I wanted to share this with you. Some of this, if you watched my video on my Ubering and what I do to pick up customers there by placing the books in my vehicle, and how do I get people to take the samples, to take the books, that kind of stuff. Hi, Twana, how are you? Elizabeth, how are you? Okay, so let's just start with what I have. Many people talk about labels. You know, labels are a great thing, and I have to tell you, it used to be that labels were really, really, really expensive, right? I mean, like when you bought labels, they were crazy expensive, and not so much anymore, because you know, I get mine from eBay. You can get them from Amazon. You can get 500, you know, sheets of them, which if they're 30 to a sheet, you know, that's a lot, okay? That is a lot of labels. But I use labels for a lot of things, especially because things change, right? I also use recruiting flyers, all these different things in order to, I take the path that says not every customer is the same. Hi, Chris. Not every customer is the same. People look for different things. When you're a new representative, sometimes you let things hold you back, and not because you want to hold yourself back, but what happens is you're not quite sure how to get around things. A lot of times what happens with me, what I've learned in my over 15 years in the company, is that somebody will go, well, I did this, and this, and somebody will go, oh my gosh, I threw that away. I should have done that. Well, that's why I'm here. That's why I'm going to become your buddy. That's why I'm going to tell you things that you can do when you think, oh, this is expired. What am I going to do? Expired brochures, all of those kind of things. I am going to hit on so many different things, so keep your fingers crossed that Facebook will not mess this up. Now, you'll still be able to go back, hopefully, and re-watch it, I hope, but everybody who tried to go back and watch my last video, sadly what happened is it wouldn't let them. It let them like the first minute or so, and then it stopped. Hi Beverly, thank you for joining us from Canada. So hopefully if you're watching this, like I said, fingers crossed, say a prayer that I can YouTube this, and also to make sure that you know, we can get this out in the Avon world, because people need some help. You know what I'm saying? Everybody needs some help. I even need help. I got some of these ideas from other people and they work for me. So I am all about, look, this business means nothing to me if I can't share what I do, and I cannot help others, because Avon is a vehicle in my life, a vehicle that allows me to help other people, that allows me to show women and a few good men that yes, you can have more than you want. It allows me to make people laugh. You know, if you follow me, I have a page. I think I have 6,000 or 7,000 followers. It's called Onward with Molly. It's an inspiration and fun page, and I love to cook. I'm doing a cookbook. I'm getting back to that as soon as I get down there and get settled. I share my meals there, and I share my life there, and I share what I find funny and the animal stories, and I share my business there too. But I'm a firm believer in what Scott Kramer has always told us since he's been with us, that if you share you and you get people to want to follow you for you because of who you are, and then you're combining your businesses, no matter what business that is, and you're putting that in, people will notice it more because you are the person that they attach to. It is not the product that they attach to. I cannot say this enough. I've been saying it for years. People attach to the person. Show yourself friendly. Show yourself followable. Yes, Goatman Road Stories, Andrea, you're right. Like when I tell my kind of thing. So the great thing is, that is where we're at. That is where we're at. We're at trying to figure out, how do we put all this together? If you're new, you're not going to figure this out all at once. If you're new, this is the journey. This is the path, trying to figure this out. Hi, Tracy. Hey, Jill, I hope I'm right. I don't know. When I tell you guys I'm right on something, honestly, I'm saying it was right for my life. It was right for my business. I will never be the person to tell you that what I say is the do all of everything, and a lot of times what I do doesn't work for other people. It doesn't work where they're at. It doesn't work in their neighborhoods. It doesn't work in their life. But wouldn't you like to know what everybody's doing so you could pick and choose what would work for you? Because if I could come into this company and they had said, this is the only way that you can get this done, I would have been dead in the water, guys. You know, I had a fresh divorce I was going through. I lost my home. I was getting ready to lose my car when I came into this business. I was raising 2 boys, living in the basement of my brother's house, and a full-time job, a second job delivering papers in the middle of the night. If Avon had not been so flexible for me, that's a great thing about direct sales, no matter where you're at. If it had not been that I could do what I wanted to do or figure out what worked for me, you know? Thank you for the love, who's ever given me the love. I appreciate that. But if I hadn't have been that person, and that company hadn't have been that way, think about it. It wouldn't have worked for me. So I want you to know there is always a way, right? Yes, Jill, they do. They attach to people. They're attracted to people. I got people who aren't even with Avon anymore, but they follow me on my Onward with Molly page. They like it. They make sure they hit it first so they don't miss anything. Because they're like, oh, girl, I don't know what you coming up with next. You know, you either funny one time or you like blowing somebody out of the water the next time, and then you inspirational and I crying the next time, and then you sharing how you're doing this in your life, and then you come up with them fried pork chops, and boy, I can't miss the fried pork chops. You know what I'm saying? Well, sadly, that's who I am. And a lot of people would say, look, I have family who hates that I do this, who hates that I share everything about my life. But I got news for you. It doesn't matter what they want or anybody wants. My path in life is to share whatever it is that I'm led to share, I don't care what it is. And you never know. It could be the next brand of potato chips that I like that I think you should try. So you got to go to my page and you got to follow that, okay? Because it is an adventure. Just let me say that. It is an adventure. So let's talk about briefly about brochures and different things that I have put on my brochures. Some people use stamps, and I love them. I know Luann Lowley is who I use when my girls want stamps to stamp their information on the. Jill says, remember at Ref, I said, I love you because you're real. I try, Jill, but sometimes people don't like me because I'm real, but I'm learning to be okay with that, you know, so thank you for that. I appreciate it. So we talk about the back of the brochure. As I said, some people do stamps. Some people, look, if you're like me, when I first started, all I could do, hi Cynthia, is write my information on there. Molly, my email address. Well, that was great when I had 2 customers, but as I went on, I needed more customers, and as I got them, that was a lot of writing. I didn't want to do it, so I started making labels. I have 2 different labels, and one of these are not going to get used so much right now because when I go to North Carolina, I don't have any in-person customers yet, but when I get down there, hopefully by a couple of weeks in September, I'm going to have some new customers down there, I hope. And for those people that I deliver their orders to them, and I want to put, I always put a brochure, even though I use campaign mailer, okay? All of my customers get mailed their brochure so they don't miss one. Every 2 weeks, they get a brochure, and for those of you who don't know what that is, it is a company that is mandated by representatives. And somebody may want to put the site up, but it's www.campaign-mailer.com. And I can mail books for the cheapest amount, including the book price, through this company that Jean Fowler and her crew have done, and I don't have to worry about whether my customers get a book. Now look, I come from the day that one week I was out delivering brochures to my customers every week, and the next week I was out delivering orders every week. And I did it. I still sometimes say, how did I do it? Jill, will campaign mailer like that go there? I don't know. I always use campaign-mailer.com. Y'all try that. If Jill's, what she's put on there does not work, just put the hyphen between campaign and mailer. I've never used it that way, but if I can, I'll start. So the deal is, that is what I do now, and I can afford now, right? But what about the people locally? Like when I go down there and I meet people in stores, or people, you know, see that I have an Avon shirt on or something, if they want a brochure, what will I put on the book? Well, I put these on the book. And these are, you know, real easy, and they're not expensive labels. I got them from Amazon. They're put out by Mako, and it just has my first name. I never put my last name. First name, it has my phone number. Now I have an 800 number that strictly, it's all Avon stuff, but before that I didn't have it. I just put my number on it. My email, and then the express, you'll see the express service online is what I call it, and it has my e-store on it. So when I'm handing somebody something locally, or I'm giving somebody I deliver locally a book, I put these on the back, okay? So just an idea. But then for everybody else, let me be clear here. This is what I use when I just leave brochures somewhere. As you will see, there is no mention of my phone number on here. This says for express service online with my e-store. It says use code WELCOME10 today. So they can save 10% on their order, right? And then it says free shipping on orders of $40 or more. So on any book, like when somebody gets in my Uber, this is what's on there. This is because I don't know where I'm picking people up, where I'm taking them to. I want them to strictly go to my e-store, and if they do need my number or something, it's on there if they have questions, or they can email me. That is today's world. So this is what goes on 80% of my brochures. I feel like it has what it should. No, I know it doesn't have my name on there, but they're going to figure it out because Molly Stone is in my e-store. So she must be a Molly, right? But it has the Welcome 10, which is still good. Every customer can use that at least once. Free shipping on orders are $40 or more, so of course I'm encouraging that order. Hi, Miss Charlotte, how are you? Everybody say hi, give Miss Charlotte Pop some love. So those are used during 80% of those, okay? So a great deal there. And I do believe, at least in my business, it is either or, because when you're person to person with a customer, I gotta tell you, they are great relationships. They are. That's why I didn't want to lose any of my customers here in Maryland. We have this developed relationship and I love it. So of course I put my number on there, and most of them have got my cell number too, where they can call me or text me, because I still use my my Shuffle app, my virtual business card, where I send them the link to the book and hey, it's time to order every single campaign with the new campaign information on there. So those people are getting that from me too. Anybody who texts with me or has the ability to text from me. So I use that. The other thing I do on books I leave, or if I'm Ubering, or I always keep these in my purse too, is when I'm leaving something somewhere, like maybe at a store, I have a big "Take Me, I'm Free." This is a label too. I put this right on the front of the book. Boom. "Take Me, I'm Free." When they're sitting in the back of my seats when I'm Ubering, people see "Take Me, I'm Free," and they go, "Oh my God, you do Avon!" And I'm like, "No, I just carry the books around with me." "Yeah, I do Avon." And I'll say, "Take the brochure, please." Let me tell you, I was up at Roadhouse, Texas Roadhouse the other day. We went out to dinner just the other night, and when we came out from eating, there were two ladies standing beside my vehicle because I have signs on my vehicle. And again, it shows signs work. I'm sorry, they do. And as soon as I got in my car, she goes, "Oh my gosh, do you have an Avon brochure with you?" And there were two ladies. And I said, "Oh, yes, ma'am, of course I do." So I had Ann hand them to me from the back. And I said, "Hey, look, in the back of those books," because for my Uber, when I'm Ubering, I put, it's called a deluxe sample packet. So when I talk to people person to person, they get a deluxe sample packet with a lipstick, a skincare, and a Spira product, a men's cologne, a women's cologne, because now I'm talking to them. She goes, "Oh my gosh, I didn't want you to think I'm stalking you, but I was. I kept saying, I'm just going to sit out here and talk to my friend until this Avon lady comes out from eating her meal. And when she does, we going to get Avon books from her." You think it can happen? Living proof. It just happened again. Thank you very much. And I said, "Well, it was meant for us to meet." I never said a word to them about me moving. I never said, "Oh, you better get what you did." I said, "There's free samples there. Feel free to shop my store. If you have any questions, you'll be able to reach out to me." So I have to tell you that I love the fact that it still works, that some of the stuff I've used from the beginning still works. And is it a little bit more work for me saying, "Oh, I need to keep these together"? Like right now, I have to load my books back up. I put them 24 at a time, 12 on each side when I'm Ubering, and it's already time to restock again. So I will take them and I will restock again. So that's what I do. Or if I go into like an ice cream store and there's a place like where they have the free newspapers and all, I also take some of those without all the samples in them, just the book and this, and I'll put a "Take Me, I'm Free" so people know. And I don't put 10 of them out there. I put 2 or 3. Never go overboard unless you have something set up like with the owners or something where you can leave it there all the time. "Hey, Floyd, you want to make sure that you just leave a couple. If they take them, they take them. If they get thrown away, they get thrown away." But the point is, it's more likely somebody's going to take them if it says "Take Me, I'm Free." So I use those. The other thing I do put on my brochures, I shared this last time, but I put this label on the back that says, "Want to be added to my brochure mailing list." And I said, "Add me to the list with your name and address. to my email. And what's really great about this is I have had people do this. They want to receive a book. So what I do is my next campaign mailer, I add them to the list. I have a little book that I have. If they have not ordered from me in 6 campaigns, then, you know, I'm not giving you bathroom reading material. I kind of take you off the list. But most of the people who do go to this trouble and they do email me, you know what? Most of them, they do end up ordering because there's something they want. There's something about the company. And again, I'm not telling you have to do this. Just an idea. If you're trying to build that customer list up, if you're trying to hopefully get some future customers that maybe they don't find anything in that first book, but maybe they'll find something in the next book that comes to them. So there's something. The other thing is, and again, I told you this is random, so we're going to switch gears just a little bit. I found this, talks about if you have somebody on your team who is looking to build their own team or bring other people, and people are like, I just don't know what to do. What can I do that doesn't take a lot of time? Well, I found this thing that I have that I think I did a YouTube video on that says recruiting ideas 30 minutes or less. Things like pass out brochures when you're in a shopping center or a store. If you talk to somebody, I tell you all the time when I am in line and if a conversation goes like, man, this line is so long. Remember the post office one I told you where I was like, went in, had to get rid of the brochures because I gave myself a goal of 10 brochures, a campaign I had to give out, and I stood in line acting like I was going to mail something that I wasn't going to mail because there were all these people in line and they were so pissed they had to wait in line that I gave them Avon brochures to look at. It was the coolest, most scariest thing I ever did in my life, but it worked and I got customers from that, which was great. So things like give them out at, you know, a shopping center, go into an office building and offer them. You can even do things like call people from the telephone directory. I never did that. Maybe you had people on your team who fell off. Well, with this new thing coming with LG, maybe you're going to find you want to call them and bring them in. Maybe call leads, people who said they were interested. Prospect, go into a new subdivision and drop brochures off there. Toss them in driveways if you can. Make sure you put them in some sort of bag so the paper doesn't get all over the place and they don't get wet. I have a video on that. Email 15 friends about the opportunity. Call 5 people and try to recruit them. Make posters or to put up at the local supermarkets and all where they have a community board, and make sure that you do that. And this is for anything that you do. I mean, look, if I want to sell a TV, a really good TV I have or something like that, guess what I'm doing? I am definitely going out there and I am making sure everybody knows, like you know how Facebook has a marketplace? I'm letting local people know what I have. I've got something that's good. I want to share it with you. They still have those boards all over the place. They even do where I'm going. So think about that, like to buy or sell, whatever. People have been doing it for years. How about are you handing a brochure or in a recruiting flyer in through a drive-in window or whatever of a fast food? I will probably, I know I have this on here. There are so many other things, but I will PDF this and put this out there for you guys, because what I do is when somebody, hi Sonia, what I do is when people want ideas on my team about what can I do, like which of these things could I fit into my life, pass flyers or brochures out at the doctor's office or dentist office, health club, fitness. When I pick up my children from the aftercare thing, I used to do that all the time with my kids. When I get the car wash, what about the people who are in the waiting room? Do you leave a brochure in there? So they can pick 1, 2, 5, 6, or all 30 to do. Hi, Patricia. To do that fits into their schedule. Again, I need to tell you, this isn't about everything that I do and you have to do everything I do in order to be successful. What this is you being able to say, wow, look at all these options. Which of these options am I going to do? Those those kind of things. So when I offer this doesn't mean that all of these things are going to work for you, or maybe you don't feel brave enough to do it. Well, you know my hashtag these days, be brave. If you're going to build anything, if you're going to be better at anything, you are going to have to be brave and go after it. You're going to have to pick the things that you want to do and say, I'm going to do this no matter what. Onward, no matter what. Hi, Sandra. Hey, Roger. Good to see y'all. Thanks for joining me. Again, I have the whole 100 different places to leave brochures, and I thought, God, man, there's so many more. But yeah, fast food clerks, dressing rooms, kid resale shops, temporary staff offers, flower shops, pet stores, grocery stores, mortgage office, ATM, deli, gas station, dry cleaners, hair salon, library, back of the stalls in the public restroom. Y'all watch my videos, it's been on there too. Laundromats, college campuses, cell phone stores, hotel, firehouses. Don't tell me that there is no place. Hey, Jill, there is no place to leave brochures or to talk to people. I got a list of over 100. Right here, Cupcake, right here. I got a list of over 100 places you could go. And unless you live in a hole in the ground, you got some of these places near you. But I think what happens is you're like I used to be. You're scared. Well, let me tell you what won over being scared. Being broke, having my car repossessed, losing my home, not being able to feed my kids. There were all those things that, as scared as I was of not wanting to do something, or God forbid being told no, or you can't, or whatever it may be, those things scared me more. So you have to figure out what scares you more. So here I am, donut shots, veterinarians. Mommy, I ain't got a dog or a cat or a gerbil or a snake, ooh, or a tarantula, ooh, 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 ooh. I can't go into the vet's office. Why can't you go into the vet's office? I'm sorry. You may be referring people to that vet. You know why? Because they were so gracious when you went in there to offer them something. You know what I'm saying? So you can do all of these things. How about the toll booth? If you go through the toll booth and you don't have an easy pass like I do, and you're seeing somebody, why aren't you just saying, hey, here's a couple of free samples and a brochure for you. Thank you for your great service today. Boom, you've just like complimented them. And at the same time, giving them something that, you know what, maybe they read it, maybe they don't. But if they don't, maybe the next person will. So think about that, okay? Dance studios, security offices, phone booths. I don't think we got a lot of phone booths anymore, but y'all know, right? Garage and yard sales, car dealerships, print shop, movie theater lobbies, bowling alleys, pharmacy, bus stop benches, car repair shops, middle schools, high schools, men clothes, gym classes, daycares, bleachers at the ball field, craft stores, employment agencies, nonprofit agencies. Yes, Nikki, yes, 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 yes. Yes to all of them, or yes to staying broke, or yes to staying unhappy, or yes to quitting, or yes to not getting back up after you failed from something. You must understand that if you try some of this, eventually, I promise you, you're going to get somebody. And I know that everybody says the fortune is in the follow-up. I must be honest with you, and a lot of people won't like that I'm honest with you, but I don't care what those people think anymore. I'm where I'm at because of what I've done and the fact that I am honest with you. I was not always following up. You're right. There is more bang in following up. But when I'm out just hitting these places, or sometimes you can't sit there and hold up the line and get everybody's information. I call this planting seeds. Brochures, all of this stuff. Hey, Sarah, all of this stuff is about planting seeds for your business, for a new customer, with a smile that says, I've got something for you and I think you're going to love it, and offering it to them. I try to get information as much as I can, but I am not 100% in that. And when I'm out tossing brochures, which I haven't done in a long time, but I'm going to be getting back to it in the Carolinas, when I do that, the point is I'm planting seeds, and sometimes those people hold on to those brochures for a few weeks before you even hear from them. I will get e-store orders and think, I didn't talk, who is this person? And they'll say, hey, I don't remember where I got your brochure, but I picked it up somewhere. Hey, Lynn, thanks for joining me. There is always something, if you are prepared and you always have brochures, that you absolutely can give somebody. If you are not planting seeds, if you have nothing to offer anybody, if you never have signs on your car, if you're never letting people know what you do, you will stay broke and you will stay unsuccessful in any business if you are not out there. Social media is a great thing, but what happens now, it's like we've shifted. Some people, we had to do everything was all about person to person, and then nobody wanted to do social media because it was so new, but social media was a good thing too. Now everybody just wants to do social media, but they want to forget about the fact that person to person is a really, really great thing. So I am telling you that in the world I live in, that it's the combination of everything that brings you a smorgasbord of a lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff, okay? So I just got to say that in the end, this is what you make it. And it's not up to me or your upline or your husband or anybody else that you're consistently finding blame with to figure out for you what's going to work in your business, because in the end, nobody's business looks the same. My job is to empower you about what you can do, what you can try, how you are going to feel, what you are going to go through. These are things that I do. You are my tribe here in this company in Avon. This is what I do for you. But what happens is people will come back and say, I tried this that you said, it didn't work. And my response is always the same. Well, you know what? It didn't work for me the first time either, but it definitely worked for me. It definitely worked for me the third or fourth time I tried it. Again, what do you hear me say? It's like riding a bike or anything else. The more you do it, the better you get at it, the more you find out how that's going to work for you. Okay, so again, this is not the tell-all of everything. Hi, Mitzi. This is me sharing with you things that have worked. And what's really weird is I guarantee you that when I moved to North Carolina at the end of the month, there are some things that I did up here in Maryland that worked fabulous, that probably will not work down there, but I bet there are going to be things that never worked for me up here in Maryland that are liable to work like a charm in North Carolina. And I gotta tell you, I'm excited about trying it all again to see what works. Never stay down about something you've tried that hasn't worked. You must move on to the next thing or figure out how you can tweak that thing that didn't work the way you wanted it to. That's what you got to do. Sarah, love you, girlfriend. Thanks for joining me for the little bit you did. It is nobody else's job to make you successful. This is an opportunity. And sometimes what they deal us does not feel like an opportunity. And yes, I'm that honest about that too. Sorry, it is what it is. Sometimes an incentive will come out and I am in no way interested in the incentive because it takes me away from my life and my goals of what I want personally and in business. But you know the great thing about that? It doesn't mean it's a bad incentive. It means it doesn't work for me. It's not what I want. They may change something and I don't like how they change it, but you know what? I just have to move on to the next thing and find out what I do like and what I can't do. Hey, Tracy, thank you so much. So again, remember that when you start anything new, I don't care if it's crocheting, and you're left-handed and this person's right-handed, and when you're twirling this and doing that, it looks a little bit different left-handed. I know, because I'm a left-hander and my mom was a right-hander, and she's the one who, yeah, I do crochet. That's a new one I haven't told y'all. But it looked different when I did the stitches from when she did the stitches, because my hands were moving differently than hers. But they both turned out beautiful. And isn't it great to know that mine turned out and hers did too? Don't let your differences or what doesn't work in your community hinder you. Move on to the next thing, okay? That's what I'm telling you, okay? So if this is not already in the files and onward, this 100 places, I'll put this on. This is really a great thing to turn your new representatives onto, to say, wow, I never thought about X, Y, and Z. Yeah, so it's cool. Okay, other things too for your team members. I truly, truly, truly believe in recognition, and sometimes recognition isn't always for what they've done or what they've accomplished, but the fact that you know that they keep trying. Sometimes for me, it's just a handwritten note. Sometimes it's a gift maybe I've gotten from Avon, and you know what? I am, and maybe it's something I'm not going to use, and I want to hand that on to somebody on my team. Sometimes it's, it can be a gift card. Sometimes it can be no more than the note. But when I do, I'm always putting things, these you'll see. I get these at the dollar store, so I'm not paying a whole lot for any of this stuff. 100% Superstar. Remember, this is what teachers use. Well, we are leaders, we are teachers, and a lot of different things, leaders, okay? And I want people to know, I got news for you. Adults like stickers too, okay? I don't care, nobody says, adults like stickers too. So I am always making sure that when I see something like this at a dollar store, I make sure that I pick that up. I buy these little bookmarkers that say, like this says, there's magic in believing. I believe in you. If somebody on my team is having a rough time, or how about if a customer is having a rough time, I will just send them something stating, you know what, you got a friend, this is how it is, or stickers for their birthday, or things like that. People like this stuff. Some people say, oh, I don't care. I'm telling you, they do. Or how about making something, somebody has titles, somebody hits President's Club, whatever it may be. And again, this was something in a dollar store. It says, great work. And look, the idea of this came from Lisa Wilbur. You all know the great Lisa Wilbur. I love that. But the point is, hi Janae, hi Brittany, I could not afford to do the certificate thing that Lisa was doing and the magnitude that she was doing it, because my business isn't there yet, and it still isn't there yet, right? But I could write a really sweet note and send a wonderful award badge, and I have people who have said, Molly, I've got a little box I keep this in. This is the first badge I've ever gotten. And I thought, wow, you're 30 something years old, no badges in school, no nothing. Guys, don't think about what it's going to appear like to your people, to your customer, to your tribe, to your team, right? You need to know that if your heart, hey Britt, if your heart is in the right place, that your sending is in the right place, then do it. It's not your job to figure out how they're going to receive it, how they're going to take it. You know what? God sent us things our whole life. A lot of us don't receive it and we ignore it, and some of us pretend like he don't even exist. But the point is, he still gives it. Sometimes I'm in a bad mood and I don't always receive my husband's love the way I should. He'll want to come up, he'll want to hug me, he'll want to give me a kiss. I'm in a bad mood, I'm stressed. And I don't always receive it well, but I have to tell you, he never stops giving that to me, because he just knows how to read me. And if he based it a lot of times on how I responded to him, me and my obstinate self, he would have quit a long time ago. So I have team members who never even tell me that they got the stuff from me that they got. They never post it, they never email me, they never text me. I do not do it so they'll reach out and go, oh, you're wonderful, Molly. You're awesome, and thank you so much for doing that. And let's let the world know you're doing that, Molly. You're so wonderful. And this is not about me, Cupcake, okay? This is about the people you're thinking about. So I have heard many leaders say, I never hear from them. They never say anything back. It's like they don't appreciate it. I don't know if the gift card got there or not. I get that maybe etiquette says they should, but are you doing it because you're trying to do something for them and support them, or are you doing it for their reaction? Sometimes we have to take a step back and say, where is this coming from? Okay, so yeah, that would be one of those things that I just kind of bam between your eyes, but that's the truth. Okay, the other thing I look at is, I don't know if you all have ever seen the Current. There is a company called Current that I used to get magazines all the time, but now I look at their site online, and they always have really cute stickers. And I like to take my top people, and like a lot of times I'll send them a little Christmas letter, or in my case, I bake for them and send them honey bun cake and cookies and all that stuff. So when at the end of the season, not during the season, but at the end of the season, when they have all that clearance stuff going on, this is what I got for next year. I think these are called Susie Friends, and they all have like Christmas stuff. So I'm already set for Christmas. I am already set for when I want to put, and you know what? People say, because I can't afford cards, I can't afford that. I get it. I couldn't either. But I take a nice little sheet of paper and I decorate that sheet of paper and I handwrite a note on it. And I got to tell you something. Sometimes I think they would much rather have all that nicety in a handwritten letter with some stickers that I peeled off and put on it. So I haven't strayed from stuff like that. Yeah, I can afford to do more. But sometimes I feel like it calls for something more personal for me. So when I can do that, that's what I do, okay? Not telling you you have to, let's be clear, but I'm just telling you that, yeah, it can be a good thing. Again, I know these are in the list, Avon dollars. I actually keep them on 2 different colors. I use them in orange, and I use them in this beautiful money green. And there are 4 to a page. And hey, Shelly, how are you? Brittany says, num, 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 honey bun cakes. Oh, yeah, girl, they're so good. So I call this Avon dollars. Now, this only works for my in-person people. This is not online people, okay? Because there's no way to put your own discount on e-store orders, okay? So these are strictly in-person people. But when I have people who take their books, my books, sorry, and they share them with people at work, they share them with their family. If they bring me an extra order from their work, I have helpers is what some people call them, but I just, you know, people go, I do contracts with helpers, and I just can't. I cannot make any more work for myself. If people are going to take orders and give me orders, they know that when I deliver the orders, they have to give me the money for the orders. It's just really that simple. But I want to reward the people who are doing that. So not on their order, but on any order they bring me. Let's say that they bring me 2 orders and they total $40. Then I will give, and that's before tax, before the service charge, before everything, just the products. I will give them 10% in Avon dollars back. So they would get $4 back on this certificate to spend at any time on anything for themselves, okay? And it says presented to, and in the corner I'll put like C17 or whatever. Shelly, yeah, I'm hoping we're really going to make Rep Fest next year. This is the first Rep Fest I've ever missed, but it was imperative that I did with the move. But yes, can't wait to meet you. And it says presented to, I write their name in there. This certificate entitles the bearer to the $4 off any product, purchase, whatever. I fill it in. And it says under there, it is your responsibility to present this certificate at time of payment for order. There will be no record keeping on my part of this certificate. So think about this. I put this in my girl Judy's book, right? Like Judy always has 2 or 3 orders for me besides her own, and they're always like between $100 and $200 when she has them. The reason is her mom is at a nursing home. She goes to visit her, but all the nurses and all are there. She takes orders for them. She has no interest in being a rep, but she has no problem collecting the money, all of that stuff. And in doing that, if she brings me $60 worth of orders, That's $6 off her next order that she can use. And I love what Judy does. Judy holds on to these because she's a new customer. And when she has $20 saved up, she will order one of her new products and she will have $20 towards it in these. But without her, I wouldn't have had all those extra orders. So I count her as a helper. And I do, there's 4 to a page. These are in the files of Onward. You fill them out, you cut them, I stick it in there, I put who it was for, and this is the truth. Look, if Miss Judy loses this, I'll know, I don't have a record of it. It's not my responsibility to have a record of it, okay? So I fill it out and give it to them, and if I call her and say, hey, Miss Judy, your order is $29.37, she will take those, put that in just like their cash, and give me the rest, or maybe it pays for all of it. And it is a way for me just to reward a few people. And it has to be somebody who brings me, she knows that all the orders have got to be $10 or more that she gives me in order to earn anything off of this. But it works, and I probably have about 14 people right now who do this. And do they order all the time? No, not all the time. But it's a great thing, right? Okay. You know, when we get into the Christmas season, and we all have our Christmas brochures, but then at the end of the Christmas season, what happens a lot of times? Christmas comes and goes, and you are left with brochures, correct? You are left with brochures, and you're like, what in the world am I going to do with these brochures? And a lot of people say, I just throw them away. And I'm like, that is an Avon sin. You do not throw brochures away. It is an Avon sin. Oh, okay, shoot, let me do this. Let me show you this too. I also had these made at Current. These are for my customers. Every customer who orders at least $100 or more a year from me in a year, and yes, I keep track of that, they get an A box from me. I'm always ordering an extra A box, and I may have 20 or 30 customers to give this to. But so I don't have to write out a card every time. I had these made up, and they were really cheap. I think it was like $15 for all these things. And I think this was at Current or someplace. I don't know. But it says, Merry Christmas from Molly's Avon, Molly and Lee. I slapped that bad boy on the back of the A box, right? Or anything I'm giving it to them. And it makes life a lot simpler for me. But these little touches, I know, you probably say, Molly, there's no need for it. There really isn't a need for it. Again, it's something I want to do for my customers. Even my e-store customers who order all of that stuff from me, I put one in a flat rate padded priority bag. That A-box fits right in it, and that says everything. I don't have to put a note that says thank you. I used to, but Merry Christmas from Molly and Lee. So you know, it's nice, it's simple, and it tells them I appreciate them at the end of the year. So that was a good thing. So again, we talked about, hold on, let me get back to where I was. What did I do with that one? Okay, hold on guys, let me get back. Oh, okay. So when I have Christmas brochures, I still use them after Christmas. I know, and almost everything in the Christmas brochure is sold out. I get it. But what if somebody picks up a brochure who just wants an Avon? What if they just want to buy Avon? What if they don't care about the Christmas stuff? They just want a representative, right? Like, I haven't had a rep in so long, oh my gosh, and instead of you buying more books to do this with, you could use the extra Christmas books that you have. So again, we're back to labels. Look, did you miss Avon at Christmas? Call or email me for a current brochure. Boom! Hi Carolyn, how are you? Boom! So I can use the Christmas brochures, right? Because I'm saying, you missed us. This is a Christmas brochure, probably 23, 24, 25, and 26, right? But we are absolutely saying, hey, yes, like an oversized business card, Julie. No, I couldn't have put it any better myself. What's really great is if our products are really great for Christmas, right? Think about this. If they're really great, then they're going to see, wow, look what I can get next Christmas with Avon. But at the same time, now they're hooked up with you. We think that people should see that and go, oh, wow, this was a Christmas brochure. We think all the customers are going to go, oh, I'll just call her so I can be your customer. No, you're thinking they think too much, okay? Give them the idea. Call or email me, whether you want to be personal or a little bit less personal with me. Call or email and tell me so that I can make sure I get you on campaign mailer and you and I can have this beautiful Avon friendship and we can get the products in your hand. So just an idea, okay? Again, you ain't got to do it, just an idea. Let's talk about old brochures, period, when they're old, right? Old brochures, period. Well, when I do that, normally right on the inside, I don't want 50 million labels on the book, but on the inside cover, no matter what's there, if it's older than 2 campaigns that they can order from, I put these labels on there. Call for current prices and product availability. Boom! Taken care of. They're gonna look at it. Okay, I don't even have to put this as an old brochure. I don't have to waste all the ink that says cute little thing, you know, look, I did that. I have Teresa Paul's thing that I'll say, you know, at this point, you know, I can't get, this is why I dropped it in your driveway. This is just about not throwing away a brochure. Even if you're dealing with somebody right here in the here and now, they need to know that, you know what, this is an older brochure, but if you call me, and you guys could probably put, I really like to see, could probably put call or email me, but just call for current prices and product availability. Why not? You know as well as I do that they could be looking at a brochure that's old, but in a lot of cases that doesn't mean they can't get the product, because if they are our regular products, you know, our core products, they're going to be able to get them. So why not set them up? For people who say they don't want to print, recruiting flyers, right? They don't want to print recruiting flyers. I get that, because at first I couldn't either. So I make it easy. I made these that say, need extra money, start earning today, ask me how. But then I also just put a label that says, join my team today. Now I know this could change with Avon, with LG coming over, but I still use Start Avon. I highlight what my reference code is. It's big, it's bold, and you know, you want to join my team, you want to do this. I don't feel like, sometimes I feel like we give too much information. Sometimes I feel like when we're putting, even with my recruiting flyers, and look, I'm the one who put them out there. I love them, like the 7 top reasons why you should, you know, can't pay your electric bill, all that stuff. I love those, but not everybody can afford the ink and everything for those. But a few words to somebody who just knows that they want to join your team, when you're doing it, you can keep it simple. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't always have to be that you have to have a paper cutter and all that. Guys, I didn't either. All that came later. I was so broke. I mean, oh my gosh, I had no money to invest, and I had to borrow the money, I remember, to start my Avon business, which was $20 when I joined. And I had to borrow that, and I had to go out on a limb, like when I ordered my first brochures. And look, you are not the only one in a need money place. I got news for you. Some of you who look at me and others and talk about, oh my gosh, well, if I was where they are, you know, I could do that too, but I can't because I don't have no money. And it's like, I'm not an executive or a gold leader or any of that. Look, stop that. Just stop that. I started probably broker than most of you all. I started homeless. I had to move out of my home in the middle of the night, people. Come on. I was getting ready to lose my van. I didn't have a pot to piss in nor a window to throw it out of that I could call my own. I just knew I didn't want to stay there forever. I wanted to be better. I wanted to be someone my kids could be proud of. And if it wasn't for me putting in the effort, I would love to tell you that Avon did all this for me, but let me be clear. I chose Avon. It took me doing this. It took me deciding I wanted a team and wanted to build something with a wonderful group, a wonderful tribe of people. It took me saying I want to share. It took my efforts. You can join anything you want to join, but it has to be you that does the success. Avon may give us great incentives and trips, but you know what? You got to earn that shit, okay? I'm sorry. You got to earn that. It is not Avon going, because you joined me. Here, baby, here's a trip to Jamaica. Here, baby, go to Hawaii. Here, go to New Orleans on us. No, no, no. You have got to earn it. So whatever company you're picking, and in this case, it is Avon, okay? It is up to you. It is not the company. So I'm really, really happy and grateful that Avon was there with a fantastic opportunity for me that fit in my life, that let me work it around my life instead of my life around it. I will forever be grateful for that. But success comes with what you do or do not do. I am sorry, I'm not going to give credit where it doesn't go. And if you are killing it and getting it done, you're the one working it, baby. Your team's the one working it. You're keeping them, you're answering their questions, and you have found people like you who want to do something more than just make it, okay? So that was a really real moment I wasn't planning on. So if I stepped on your toes, sorry, not sorry, okay? I mean, this is who I am, and as my life gets settled, we probably going to have many more leave the group because they ain't going to like this kind of honesty, but I'm sorry. I will not change that about me no matter who likes it. The companies I'm involved with, whatever it may be. It's like me saying that Uber made me successful in getting this house. Uber gave me an opportunity to go out there and work my ass off to put money away. And you know what I did for 18 months? I went out there and became the psychologist of Uber and the comedy person of Uber and the person who shut up when they wanted me to, who didn't scare the daylights out of them, getting them from place to place. I was me, and I earned every bit of that money to put away because it was my dream. It was my opportunity. It's what I chose, okay? So don't let anybody tell you that Avon sucks. No, it's what you're putting or not putting into it that sucks. It's just that real, okay? Just saying. Okay, now, these right here, where I have these for all my customers who are established. When they buy something like Skin So Soft or a softener or something that's not already wrapped in the plastic, because I don't unwrap the plastic because we know that's all security. But something like that, but if somebody wants to, it says to order, call Molly with my number, yeah, and it says thank you. You don't have to have these. I have these made at lovemybutton.com. Roy Barsotti made these for me so I could stick these on products. I could put these and kind of wrap them a little bit around. This is before all the plastic stuff, the eyeliner, but there's still some stuff like the Skin So Soft and some of the other stuff that you can actually put it on the bottom or on the product. So yeah, so these are good that if you're trying to remind people, or how about this? You have a vendor event or something and you have products sitting out there and people buy them. Put that stuff on the bottom of them, right? Or if you're doing like a wheel or something, a vendor thing for a wheel, do that. This is another thing I do, and I will take these down here and put these on the boards. Is the team short on funds? Again, let's talk just a little about fundraiser. Teresa Paul is the fundraiser queen, not me. But a lot of the fundraisers I have gotten have been because of little things like this. It says, an Avon fundraiser could turn things around. Practical products at great value, and all products are 100% guaranteed. Do you hear how generic that is, right? Because I didn't put you're going to earn this much. I didn't put, so now that they've changed the fundraising where it's not all 50% or whatever it may be, it's not about that. It's about what does the group do with the fundraiser. You're not going to fail at the fundraising It's the person or the organization who wants the fundraiser. If they don't get out there and promote it with their kids, their church, whatever it is them. It is them who fail with the fundraiser. But I want them to know, hey Sharon, how are you? I want them to know that there is another option besides, I'm not hating on no Krispy Kreme donuts now, because y'all know, have you seen my ass? I love Krispy Kreme donuts, but it doesn't got to be wrapping paper. It doesn't got to be some candy bar that is not Reese's or Hershey's. It does not have to be those same things all the time, okay? It can be Avon. It can be awesome. It can be hundreds of products they can choose from. And if nothing else, maybe they'll call me. You know what I'm saying? So that is another great thing that I do. And then there is a label for that too, especially in the fall time. Does your school, church, or organization need money? Ask me about an Avon fundraiser. You know what I'm saying? It's just real simple. Just ask me. Just ask me. I'm not going to go into what you can make. Number one, I want to get you on the phone. I want to show you that this can be your thing. Just ask me. You like it? Just ask me. Call me. Quit getting so wordy. Quit getting to where you got to explain everything. That's what happens. We over-explain. Quit over-explaining. Just put it out there and see if they need it, okay? Let me see. I got a couple of more things here, and then you can just poof, go away if you want. Okay. Not because I want you to. I have passed down all my local vendor things, whether they are fairs or maybe they're fall bazaars, whatever it may be, right? I have passed all of that down to my team here locally. But fall time, especially now, county fairs, a lot of your fall vendor events that fire departments have, all of that stuff, right? Everybody wants to have a table or something, and we did that. My team still does that, but I did that for years. From the first year on, Marianne would pay for us to get the fair, and we would run the booth there, and we would get probably more customers than signups. We got some signups, right? But I have to tell you, we always had a gimmick. And again, if you subscribe to my YouTube video, that would be youtube.com/Molly7720. If you subscribe, you will look and we will talk about the wheel and how we did the wheel where we raffled off products. It would be $1 a spend or 3 for $5 or whatever. I don't know. Or 6 for $5. That's what it was. I can't remember. Anyways, we had a wheel, and it was a great wheel, and they sell them all over the place now. But even before we had the wheel, when I first started out, you know how churches would have like yard sales and communities would have yard sales, and it would be like $10 a table, something like that, which is great. And I felt like in order for somebody to come up to my table, I needed to have something they wanted to come up for. Yes, I had brochures. I had some samples on the table. But what in the world could I offer them? And most of the time it was a basket full of Avon. Yeah. So, but I had to make sure they knew about it. So this is what I would make up to put in a plastic pitcher holder. Free basket raffle. Enter form, must be filled out completely to be eligible. And on that form, again, all this is in the files for Onward. But on that, it would be their name, their address, their phone number, and their email, right? So, and then it would ask questions. Do you have an Avon representative? If not, would you like to? It would say, what else did I say? Would it like, okay, do you want an Avon representative? Blah blah blah. Oh, are you interested? Could you use an extra $100 to $300 a month? Who couldn't? Most of them would say yay to that. And then, do you have an organization who needs to earn money? Boom. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was very simple. Would you like to receive a brochure? Whatever you wanted to say. Now, my raffle questionnaire is in there. There's 4 to a page. I keep it very simple. Again, don't be over wordy. Don't be all explanatory. You're going to chase people away before you even get them interested. But I did want them to know that if they just filled it out, that they were going to get this basket and I would deliver it to them, because it was something local I was at and I had no problem. So I love that. I love that. So that is something I do. The other thing I did that I added is, with all the lipstick samples, the bullets that we had, we would have kissing contests. But all they were kissing was a Post-it. We would get the heart-shaped Post-its and we would let them pick the shade that they wanted. And instead of just giving, we made it fun. We would say, enter our totally kissable, which was of course the lipstick then, right? Best lips contest, for a chance to win $100 worth of Avon. And what would happen is, we would take this all day long, and we would do this, and we would have them kiss it. We would put, before that they would put their name and their phone number on the back of it, and then we would pin them all up on a board. You all probably, if you look up kissing board, I had a science board, and that is where they all put them up. Nobody could see the names. It was however they wanted to kiss it, with whatever mwah, or whatever color they wanted that they picked, and we just kept the samples coming for them to try, and we had a couple of mirrors there so they could get them right. Just love that, right? And people had fun. Husbands were like, baby, you a good kisser, come on, put your, I mean, the husbands were encouraging. Again, ideas. But what I like about these ideas are, you could do that at a $10 plate. Everybody's going to come to your booth because they're going to be like, what are those people laughing about over there? Oh my gosh, they seem to be having so much fun. I think that's the great thing. The great thing is, you want people to have fun. You want people, Brittany, that's great, especially for the Kiss Cancer Goodbye. I love that. Make it fun. And look, it doesn't have to be $100. So I can hear you now, Mommy, like, I got $100 worth of Avon. I don't have that. What are you talking about? So make it $20. Make it $10. I don't care. Make it $5. You're not charging them to kiss it. So all I'm going to say is, the fun, they don't care what it is. People just like to enter stuff like that, right? So, so make it fit your business and your budget. That's what I'm saying. You could have your own yard sale, and you could do this at your own yard sale. That's true. You could. So that's all I got for you today. As far as just some things, like I said, I'm packing up some files, and I'm like, oh my gosh, these are good things. I haven't talked about them in a long time. So I'm going to do my best once this finishes uploading. I am going to attempt to put this on a YouTube, and then I will share it so that you guys can share it in your groups or with your team or whatever it is that you want to do with it. So keep your fingers crossed. And if not, you can obviously come back and you can watch this, hopefully, rewatch it because it was a live stream, and see how it is. Yeah, what about the Avon sweepstake? Absolutely, we got that too going on, which is fabulous. So all I'm telling you is, you got to think and quit taking something that is really pricey and saying I can't do it, and say, how can I Jew this down, right? How can I take this and make this work for me with my budget? How can I swing this to be more like me? How can I do this and give this for, this is what you want, okay? You want to do something that what you're doing may be out of your comfort zone, but in the end, it's going to make you a better representative of whatever company. It is going to help you become braver. It is going to show you that you can do more, and that's what's important. What's important is for you to figure out how you're going to earn your success, how you're going to get the next customer, how you're going to get the next team player. That is what it's about. And for me, look, I've never been somebody who says I have to be rich. I wouldn't know what to do with it if I was rich. But one thing's for sure, I know what it is to be poor, almost homeless, and feeling like every bill collector in the country was calling me because I wasn't paying my bills. That is the worst feeling in the world. So much worse than just not having a lot of money. So my hope and prayer for you is whether you're okay and this is just a side hustle for you, or you don't even know if you want to build a team. I don't care if you want to build a team. I don't care if you don't want 100 customers. I don't care if you just want 10 customers. Don't you want, for whatever or whoever you want it for, don't you want it to be the best experience they could have so they stay with you? I mean, if you're in here simply for the discount for yourself, I don't even know why you're in Onward, because Onward is not for the person who is just trying to get their own discount. You're welcome to stay in here, but this is about what can you do to make your current status better. That's what I hope for you. And even if you're watching this on YouTube and it's gone through and you're in another business, you can take whatever it is that you're doing and you can make this work for you. Just always remember, it's up to you. Okay? It's up to you in the end. You work with what you have and you take it and you go with that. And everybody, as far as my company goes, we're keeping our fingers crossed that we have some really great things coming in our future starting in September, that LG is going to come in and present a new product line and better ways to make money with products that from the first product you're going, whoa, I made this on one product. I think our company's getting ready to take another turn that I hope is going to be absolutely fabulous, you know? And so I'm rooting for them. I'm rooting for us. I'm rooting for our tribe that this thing is going to turn itself around and we are going to start seeing people, I hope, flock to us again. So let's all pray for our company, hope for the best. But in the meantime, let's do our part to make all we can. Okay? Love you guys. Take care. Pray for me with the move and packing up. There's some crazy stuff here. And the next time we talk will probably be when I'm in North Carolina. Thank you, Jesus. All right. Talk soon, guys. Bye-bye.